Howdy folks, it's Great Scots, and this is a new Spring 61 CSA campaign. The Union one just ended that I was doing is fine, and I'm trying to find a way to make it even more challenging. So, I am going to take CSA as I mentioned. Right now, this looks like the random set of policies that the Union gets. I like it because it's a mix of early kind of screw me, as if the CSA's starting position isn't hard enough. They now have security measures put in place. Union's going to have industrialization, probably the most I think the most powerful, generally the most powerful policy in the game. And Kansas, a free state, is a beast. Not so much because of Kansas, which doesn't really matter. It's that it's +5 support in all free states. I mean, that's an absolute boon to the Union. So we'll see if I can get this to work correctly. Click on us. This is too bad. We actually had pretty junky random policies before. These ones are actually kind of good. So we're not going to take them. Wait. I can choose them. That's right. Yeah, I think these are the 3 worst. This is what I'd done before. Oh, wait. No. It wasn't Southern Pacific. What was worse? Okay, Native American, Native Allies. Filibustering, enslaves the West. I'm between slaves to the West, I guess, and Southern Pacific. Southern Pacific, though, with the +2 credit rating, seems pretty good. I don't know. Railroad construction speed. That one's probably negligible because I doubt that any of the railroads are actually going to be completed before the game's over. So I'm not going to focus too much on that one. But anyways, these look like the policies. Yeah, we have it on very hard. What I haven't done so far is give the Union the bonus of for national morale. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hop in. You've probably seen the start of these enough, so I think there's going to be a lot of recruitment and some early war stuff, and it might be a while before we actually have something else to show you. But that's what the campaign's going to be. All right, folks. I hope I've hooked you in, and I'll get you back for more. All right, folks. Here it is, the first battle of the Spring 61 CSA campaign. See, it's May 5th. Everybody started with, well, at least my side started with really low readiness in every army that had not existed prior to the outbreak of war. So it's, I don't know. I feel like this is a defensive battle. But anyways, here you can see, I think this is, yeah, it's Patterson. I remember from the Union campaign. And we have the numerical advantage, slight mobility advantage, and a relative advantage of about 2 to 1 in the guns, but they're all really low. These early battles, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's going to be the first engagement for both sides. The training is going to be either untrained or poor. I don't know if there's a very poor category, but it's not going to be great. And sudden morale shocks. I don't like what I'm seeing so far, which is that I have to attack. We're on the Winchester map, which I feel like it's a pretty arty-friendly map most of the time. Now, there's that victory point, there's that victory point. I usually miss at least one. All right, there's this victory point here. So they got all 3 of them. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to come up through current simultaneous time. There's no great way to flank this if you're familiar with the map, because the way the stream runs, if they're coming in from the north, and I think they are, I mean, it's when it's like this, it's great for the defender because you just set up wherever you are, you entrench in the field. There's this huge ridge that runs outside of Winchester. I don't know. I think it's pretty huge there, and then it gets even larger up there. Looks like there might be some fighting there, but we might push for that. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna set it up and get started, and we'll go from there. So I'm bringing you back in momentarily. Because we found them, but that wasn't really it. But I noticed this thing. I sent my cavalry up here to scout, but actually all right, let's slow down here. By coming up on the flank of these, so they went with all breastworks here. They completely abandoned the breastworks. They hopped out of them when the cavalry came up on their flank. So I'm sending Stuart's cavalry back and all that. We're actually kind of going to set up in a pretty decent position, but I may finagle that a little bit. But Yeah, I thought I would point that out to you. I didn't know that was going to. Obviously, I didn't know that they were scouting, but I have noticed. I think that this was a note in one of the previous patches that they had fixed the refuse flank thing that the AI does, and so I'm wondering if that was it. But it actually forced them out of their entrenchments when, right, they had fences and soft cover right there that would have been far preferable. And also, like, what were 400 cav with mixed cav weapons going to do? I don't know. So, anyways, I thought that was neat to point out. I'm still going to take some time and let this one develop. It's still the early afternoon. The armies are about to meet. And yeah, we'll go. Excuse me. We'll go from there. So I guess this might be as good a place as any to bring him back in. uh, they've gone back into their entrenchments. The HQ report is a little unclear as to just how many guns they had. I think before they had 15, now they have 10, even though they haven't lost any. And they've fallen back behind their breastworks. And so I'm thinking, I'm also noticing it feels like, and it's probably just because of the small number of soldiers, but it feels like it's just taking forever. I mean, Stort's cavalry has been under that thing for 2 or 3 hours, and it's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. So what I'm thinking is I've kind of halted all the construction that I have done, and I think I'm just going to overload this flank. We'll push skirmishers out first. My artillery is trying to get shots in. I don't think they're having any effect whatsoever. So we're gonna overload that flank and see if that gives us the win. So I'll set that up and then I'll bring you back in when it's underway. All right, that didn't take too long. Probably could have kept you in, but wanted to kick out the skirmishers. The other battery's up and running, and now I'm just throwing folks around this flank. The skirmishers are out in front. And yeah, the plan is going to be to just move up and rush them. Let's see, they're moved. I don't really want to get too much. I don't want to have to spend too much time attacking from, let's see, behind. I'm sorry, from in front of these breastworks. That's just going to be a horrendous day. I think everybody should be switched to long range, but Jackson always disputes that and wants to go with the medium range. It doesn't really seem to matter who his commander is, but the default one he never really listens to. So you got to get used to it. All right, we're underway. So we're shooting into guys with soft cover. It's going to be very rough for us, but skirmishers are here really just to tie these guys up. We'll send them down. Their skirmishers aren't going to get cover bonuses, so that's exactly what we're dealing with. We'll send them up and around, and it looks like, yeah, that'll be it, and we will have ourselves a firefight here. These guys shouldn't need to. I'm gonna try to have them lay down because I really just want them getting up in these guys' face and just occupying their attention. I'm not looking to deal, a million casualties. That's not what they're going to be good at anyways. Just want to get them up. I don't know if they can just climb right over those barricades, but breastworks. I always call them barricades. It must be someone else's fault, but definitely not mine. All right, so yeah, the pressure's on. But this is kind of the way I used to play anyways, and it's still the way I kind of always assumed that the game would push you to do. You get games like this that are kind of pro defense. It doesn't really work. So I'm not surprised that these were the initial entrenchments. What I did, because this artillery just moved over here, is I just shifted all my forces to the left, and so far so good. Okay, they've routed. I still don't understand why skirmishers are doing this weird thing. I'm seeing too much, I think. So I guess we can't go over, or I just got to keep telling them to go over. I guess if I stay on top of it, it'll work out. All right. Speed was kind of supposed to be necessary, but these guys are now just camping in their breastworks. So, because that's the downside of breastworks, and you know that if you use them a lot, it's, you know, as long as they're facing in the right direction. Stuart still hasn't capped this. I want him to move on because the timer is a ticking against me here. But all right, and Jackson's not going to throw out any new skirmishers. Oh boy. All right, and we'll send him there. Send. This is Walker. All right. Well, I guess Walker's just gonna have to get up there. Don't know why they're falling back, but they are. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just the artillery. Alright. I wish these guys would take an angle that makes sense here. Will Walker give out skirmishers? No. Neither of them are doing it. Alright. Okay then. Negley's brigade is, those are some stalwarts right there. Alright, hopefully it goes well. Come on. Alright, they've routed out. It's fine. I think what you gotta kind of just go for is just get up close. Don't try to be too cute with it all, because it ain't gonna work. I don't even know if this artillery can be effective from here. I mean, it can still hit, but it fired for several hours and didn't really do all that much. Come on, skirmisher abuse. Let's do it. No skirmisher abuse there. All right. I'm pretty sure if I move right up to the breastworks, I'll get the cover bonus. I've fought against the AI when they're standing near my breastworks that I've, you know, abandoned for whatever reason, and they always seem to get it. So let's see if that's still true. I guess if the AI wanted to be a little sneaky about this, just send a brigade or two to try to knock out my artillery. I don't know. I would try it if they have one, or, you know, reinforce these guys, but don't let me fight all my brigades against one of yours at a time. It's not going to go well. Uh-oh. No. No. Don't do that. Do that. All right. Holy moly. I do not know why these guys will not take those breastworks. That's odd. Seems odd. I thought this was going to be relatively quick. Alright, thank goodness that was a detachment. I do not know how Negley's brigade is just standing there, though. That's... Alright, move up so you can actually shoot at something. There you go. Get up there and then hop down. Oh my god, you're going to turn your flank to him? What are you doing? And it looks like those skirmishers can't rejoin with the parent unit. Uh-oh. This ain't good. So when I'm playing this, this is now a week before this game is ready for final release. And yet we still have skirmishers who, in face of the enemy, show them their flank. It's like, and these guys just are not moving. They're not moving at all. Do not get it. Yeah, move up, man. Do not know what the holdup is here. Alright, we got some folks moving. But I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go up further than that. But, anyways, that's that. Yeah, I mean, we basically have been 50 casualties ahead this whole time, so. Alright, I don't know why. They had, maybe my HQ reports were wrong. They were indicating that there was 8,000 before, and now there's only 6,000, so that could explain some of this here. Go over there. Just leapfrog your way up. I do not know why you cannot shoot. No idea. You still haven't capped that? It's been there since, that's almost 5 hours. You have not capped it. I think it's pretty clear they've captured the position, so I'm not sure what else is kind of being checked for here. Alright, they're doing their thing. Alright, we broke them to no one's surprise. How long it took was to my surprise. I don't know why we're not getting skirmishers from some of these other units here. Alright, but they've broken. So that's leaving, well, it still says it's leaving with 6,500. Because they can rally, so I guess that's right. Alright, I guess some of my units kind of just gotta chill for a moment here. Alright, they're there. They're gonna be there. They should be there. Okay, we got some detachments out. That's good news. More detachments out. That's more good news. Alright, we're kind of getting there. Oh, you're a... Ooh. Never mind. You guys are not moving up. Afraid they'll get routed. Alright, time to send up the skirms to do their thing. And this is going to be a much, much harder fight, I think. But, hey, at least this battery should be able to shoot at Negley's brigade. Hopefully keep it from reforming. Frost brigade is healthy enough. What the heck was I trying to move? Alright, so now these guys have abandoned the breastworks. I think it was Wade Hampton, wherever the heck he is now. Alright, so that's the detachment from Hampton. They were worse for the wear. Probably not. Oh, now I'm going to be in the artillery's way, but whatever. Alright. Come up there. We'll go there. Probably going to be tripping over one another, but I tried, man. I tried. Okay, they can shoot, they can shoot. Good, good. Yeah, Hampton's Legion should just hang out near the flanks. Keep our commanders close to reduce order delays and try to keep the morale up as best they can. It's too bad if they're firing at Neglius, because this is really the time to go to town on the rest of that force. And I think... What is this? Is this what happens now? Oh. Oh my god. Still didn't get it. Still didn't get it. That was the misclick. But I think it's time to just... Actually, that Cav brigade is so small. Just... I will keep it there. Alright. Okay, they're firing. Some of them are still in cover, not all. Frost Brigade. I thought I saw some skirmishers up here, but they may just be infantry brigades with low cohesion. Alright. Let's go back here and do something. Oh my god, you're still trying to go all that way. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, we're here. This unit's there. Let's just try to get 3 brigades on one and hope that it delivers the result I'm looking for. Whoa, a lot of shaking. Wade Hampton's probably too beat up to have skirmishers. I don't know, maybe not. They're crisscrossing all over the place. I don't know what that's about. Okay, unfortunately these guys went idle because of how I had to move them. I think these guys are just running straight into melee. Is that... They're trying to melee the detachment from Hampton's Legion? Okay. Not sure what that's about. Put Hampton's Legion over here. At least they'll be in cover. Who are these guys trying to get back to? These? Alright. Then just get back. You're shooting at them, you're shooting at them. Not sure why you're not. You gotta flank around. I mean, this brigade should be getting cut down. Thomas's. These guys still not yet rallied. They're getting a cover bonus, though they're in a field. Alright, so that's also pretty great for us. What I'm thinking, most of these units can probably just get up here like this. These guys still have not got the message to stop moving. At this point, just keep moving. We'll just send you after, I don't know. I'm going to send you after their routed units, but what are you doing here, man? What is taking so long? And like the rest of you, what on earth are you doing? You're not gonna give me skirmishers. Alright, you will. I suspect it's because they're too close, but they won't actually go up and get the breastworks, I guess. I have no idea. I'm guessing because there's a unit in the way, or in their cone of fire, that they won't kick out skirmishers. It's the only thing I can think of that kind of makes sense. But then it's like, well, then just do something, man. Just do something. Get out of the way! There. Go over there. Oh my god. Dudes. You know what? Just... we need some of the victory points so that things don't get turned back against us. Skirmishers would be great for hunting their artillery, but we don't have any. Alright, now we have some. Put them up there. Are we unable to move backwards here? What's going on? Do we just have very high order delays for some reason? Yes, yes. Move up. That's good. Okay, I don't know what you're up to. We can get up. There you go. Yes. And we got skirmishers. Alright, now we're sort of cooking. Because if they're going to move their batteries, we got skirmishers, that's a fight we got to be happy to take. Okay. Maybe they need to move back in order to throw out skirmishers, or maybe they already did. I'm not sure. They may be too small now at 620 guys. Alright. We got to stay on this artillery. Thing is mobile, man. Artillery's just jumping over breastworks like it's not even there. That's great. Keep that HQ close. There we go. We got a detachment from DR Jones. Good, good. Alright, so we routed that battery. That's great. Because now we can bring these guys down over there. We can bring Jackson in on the flank. Not seeing too much reason to wait here. Try to keep our skirmishers on them. A concern is that it is about to be nightfall here. It's early May. It is 5:30. We got a little bit of time, but not as much as I'd like. Okay. Walker's out there. Get up there. You need to get up there. Okay, those skirmishers are getting in there. That's great. Let's see if Jackson can get there. I will say, though, that for a bunch of green brigades, they're holding it together pretty well. Okay. Try aiming where they are and see if we get any of that. I don't know why you're aiming over there. There you go. They are hanging on. The overloaded flank, in terms of overall casualties, the casualty ratios, I think it has the possibility to be on par with, the super uber defensive tactics, entrenchments, long range rifles, skirmishers, fighting prone, and all that other stuff. Because it allows you to choose those sorts of engagements, and you're maximizing firepower against relatively small numbers. And if the other side can't react, you're gonna win all those firefights in quickly because you're just shooting so much more than they are. Right? They're gonna be out of position, so they need to be over there. Yeah, and kind of just randomly, strangely, this 6-pounder ended up in the right spot. Alright, so keep you there. We'll move you up there. Nothing else Stuart should be getting his conditioning in. I really, really thought that this was going to be a quick battle. I did. And because we've routed off the other units, we're throwing a lot more at them now than whatever it is they have left. So yeah, just because your tactic doesn't necessarily mean you're always going to take more casualties. Here, this is actually like a solid defensive position. It's out in open field, sitting behind water. I mean, yeah, the water would give me some cover, but I have to come through an open field to come get it. You're positioned between the victory points, and it is taking. I guess that this is another way of kind of slowing down some of the cheesier tactics, is to just not be able to hunt victory points as easily. I don't know if that's a good thing. If it does take longer to capture, but that might just be a product of how few people there were in Stuart's brigade, or cavalry brigade. A little worried about Wade Hampton. Not personally, just in the game. Alright, so we got one brigade. It looks like they got one left. It doesn't matter, we're out of time. And yeah, we got 2-to-1 casualties. And, we went in, yeah, we had about it's a little bit more than 20% manpower advantage, but about a 25% manpower advantage, so that was good. And, yeah, we'll see. I don't think there's going to be anything to see in here, so I think this is pretty much what there is to see. Wow, if we actually got that, that's great. But again, we're doing this as CSA. Wonder what policies they ended up with. I tried to give them the good ones. This is a total bummer now. So I thought when I stopped their random thing, I thought they had industrialization, arms, the security measures, and Kansas a free state. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. Because of these Like, this one's good. Kansas Free State's really good. Go West is like mid-tier, probably at best. I kind of feel the same way with this one. Granted, mine are worse, so they still have the policy advantage. But yeah, I really thought I gave them industrialization. So whatever, I was trying to make the campaign harder. I still think it's going to be pretty hard. But that was the first battle. That was the smaller force. There is the other force over here as well. You know, we'll get there when we get there. Hey, building up supply depots there. We had to fall back. You can't immediately rush St. Louis, or at least I couldn't. I started right about where the supply depot is going, and we were out of. We had 35% supply when the whole thing started, and plus you start. And if the unit the unit didn't exist prior to the beginning of the war, it starts with rock bottom readiness. So if you're gonna build supply depots or do anything that really requires readiness, think about using the pre-war armies. And I don't remember. I just played the Union campaign. I don't think there are any. I don't remember. I know the CSA has Beauregard and Chase, but that's all I know. So anyways, that is episode 1 of this campaign. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll watch the progress here, and certainly have you back for another one.